Hey, what's going on there, everybody? Cloud of Truth here with some more Battlefield 3 gameplay for you all. And today, you guys are watching some Rush Defense here on Operation Metro. Using the support class, got the Tiger back out. The Beast is on the prowl looking for its prey. And it finds quite a few victims here. But unfortunately, the Beast gets a little bit tired. Yeah, I know, it happens to everyone. And even the Mighty Tiger has to take a break sometimes. So I do have to put him away. Really just because I wasn't playing that well. Generally, when I use the M240B, there's a certain standard that I like to set myself at. Now, I'm not by no means that great with this gun. I'm not here trying to brag and say how good I am. That's not the case at all. I mean, I've run across guys using this weapon that I don't even feel like I should be, in a sense, considered even next to him in terms of name, because they were just so much better than me with this. But I feel like I do pretty well with this gun for the most part. I mean, obviously, some days I don't, and this was one of those days. You just can't use a gun. It's like a professional athlete or anything like that when it comes to what you do, if it's either mentally or physically, not really straining in any way whatsoever, but in terms of kind of focus and what you need to do to perform well, some days you just, things aren't clicking. There's no real explanation other than they're just not working. And today, during this match, was one of those days with the M240B. So I'll switch up and run Assault class with the, oh my goodness, hold your breath, AK-971. Oh, I know, some people really hate that gun. Oh, you're such a noob gun. Well, guess what? If you can name me the last time I put that weapon in a video, please do it. I am very curious to see how long ago that was. I used to use a gun a couple months back. As I'll be honest with you guys, I have put videos about with the gun, I would say, once again, a few months ago. But recently, I haven't used the gun all that much. So even though it looks like I may use it a lot, I don't. I really don't use the weapon all that much now. I used to use it quite a bit, like I mentioned before, a couple months back. But I will do that, run the AEK. When we get pushed back into the metro station, we almost lose the second base. We lost the first one here, and then we almost lose the second one. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of switched up and decided to play a medic, because it seemed like our team just couldn't stay alive long enough to defend these bombs. So playing a medic just to keep the guys revived and to give myself a better chance in one-on-one gunfights. But that has got nothing to do with the topic of today's commentary, which, of course, which you guys see by the title, is going to be about the whole Medal of Honor respawn entertainment thing. Now, if you're someone who is sick and tired of hearing about this, you do not want to hear anymore, please click off this video right now. It will save you the rest of the time, however long this video is, and you won't have to be pissed off. And honestly, my feelings will not be hurt, because if you've been watching numerous videos about this, you're probably tired of it. I completely understand. So if you don't want to hear any more about it, just click off. But if you want to hear something that perhaps not many people know or understand that is even in existence, then I would encourage you to stick around and listen, because you might hear something that you did not previously know. So like I mentioned in a previous video I talked about, EA dropped off Medal of Honor in terms of their rotation, where they have Medal of Honor game released in the fall of one year and a Battlefield game released in the fall of the next year, and then they kind of go back and forth in order to keep up with Call of Duty and Activision releasing one game every year. So since Medal of Honor Warfighter received such poor reception, and honestly over the last few years, EA has been trying to use Medal of Honor like a puppet, like a toy I should say, better, just like this little toy, and just like their, I don't know, their plaything in terms of what they're trying to do. They tried to simulate a game that was fast-paced and action, like a Call of Duty game, where it's very, if you ever played COD games, they're very, not fast-paced all the time, but the action is right up in your face. And they wanted to create that type of game, but on a strategic level that Battlefield players, not I want to say Battlefield, but guys that enjoy slower, more tactical shooters would enjoy as well. It didn't work. They failed horribly. DICE made Medal of Honor 2010, which honestly, if they just patched a few things about the game, personally, I feel like it's one of, if not the best first-person shooters ever created. That's my opinion. Your opinion may be something else. If you do, hey, that's fine. Just don't be a dick about it in the comment section. That's all I'm going to ask. But if they just patch a few things, fix a few of the, map design, and probably one of the biggest things, just fix a few things. In terms of the map design with the gunplay, I feel is incredibly balanced in that game. One of the biggest criticisms I have of Warfighter is that the gun mechanics and the gunplay do not line up with the size of the maps. Unlike a lot of first-person shooters where the gunplay seems to be very lightning fast, quick reflexes, Warfighter is a little bit slow. And so putting it on close quarters maps really makes it feel awkward, you feel clunky, it doesn't feel natural, it doesn't feel like the game flows well, and therefore you're not going to like it. And I think if they had made faster gun mechanics in terms of, in a sense, player reflexes, other things like that, I think it would have done a lot better. But once again, the game has already been out, so we can't really, well, I'll say we, developers, Danger Close, can't go back and fix it now, even though these guys went through so much over the last couple of months in order to get that game out, and I really feel bad for all those guys at Danger Close that really, truly tried to work as hard as they could. Some people say it was their fault. Personally, no. I don't think it was. There may have been some misunderstandings between Danger Close and EA that caused EA to step in and take control of the game. But for the most part, I don't feel like Danger Close was the problem when it came to Warfighter. And so from now on, when you guys see Medal of Honor Warfighter videos from me, all my camos will be run with the Danger Close signature, the names of the development team on there, because I was doing it out of respect for those guys, because they really did work hard to bring us such a great game. But that's really off topic from what the whole Respawn Entertainment thing is about. So, getting back to what I was saying before about the and right here, my G18, why in the world was that on single fire? That should have been on full auto, whatever. Since Medal of Honor got dropped off, people are saying, hey, what is coming next? Is there going to be a replacement? Is the first question that should be answered. Will there be? We don't know. There's been no announcement saying EA, this series, this franchise, this game, whatever, is going to be a replacement. They've not said anything. So it could be there will be no replacement. Probably not. They're no way going to pass up an opportunity to make money. When EA sees money, it's just like eyes grow big, everything else gets shuts out, and it's just like they salivate at the chance to make money, is what it seems like. So there's no way that they're going to stop making a game every year. So, if Medal of Honor's gone, what's next? Well, one of the logical, I guess you would say, viewpoints is the Bad Company series. People say, oh, Bad Company, yeah, it's going to make a return. They're going to put it back in here instead of Medal of Honor, so it's going to be the main Battlefield game one year, and then the spin-off Bad Company. Personally, that is probably the first option that came to mind when I thought about it. That seems the most logical. It's like, hey, yeah, they should do that. That'd be great to see. But then you think about it, go, why, is that really a smart decision? No, it's not. Okay, why is it not? Think about this. The Battlefield game and the Bad Company games are not really anyway the same. They're similar to each other. They attract the same kinds of players. Not exactly. But for the most part, the games, in terms of what the players are like and kind of how the games, the objective and how they're focused, it is relatively similar. So, in a sense, if EA made that game, published that game every single year in terms of what its objective and goal was, they're kind of making the same game every year now. Now, it's obviously not going to be identical. They can change things up and do stuff like that, but it's going to be very similar. And on top of that, they're going to have to find a developer to make it. Now, they could hire more people at DICE to make the Bad Company and have kind of a development team for that and then another development team for the main Battlefield game. That's certainly a possibility. But since Bad Company really has an identity, has a fan base already, it doesn't make sense why they'd make the same game every year. Because many people feel like they do that, they'll feel like they're just taking off of Activision and Call of Duty in terms of what their games are like every single year. So what are they going to do if it's not going to be Bad Company? The company called Respawn Entertainment is what I think will replace Medal of Honor. Now, what exactly is Respawn Entertainment? Well, a few years back, I think in 2010, the original COD developers that brought people the original Call of Duties, the Modern Warfares, I think it was up to Modern Warfare 2, if I recall correctly, which, actually, I want to break this commentary off right here for just a second, because if you guys are still listening, there's one person I would like you to please give all this credit to that told me about this stuff. I had a little speculation about it myself, but for the most part, he's the one that enlightened me into it, and I did a little bit more researching and divulging into what exactly it's all about, and that is my buddy Ty. I did a dual com with him recently, or I'm not gonna link that, but I'll link his channel down in the description. He's the one that really found all this stuff out for me, so please, all the credit is due to him, not me. So please, guys, he has a video about it. I'll probably link the video. He knows more about this than I do, so please go check it out. He deserves all the credit for this. But Respawn Entertainment was founded by the original COD guys, the original developers, the ones that took COD from nothing and put them into the multi-billion-dollar franchise that they are today. Those are the founders of Respawn Entertainment after they were fired, I think, in 2010 from, I think it was Infinity Ward, Activision, whoever it was. They were fired from there or left. It's kind of a fishy story there. But now, Respawn Entertainment is going to be backed by EA. So, okay, what does this really mean in terms of games? Well, Respawn Entertainment, since being founded by the COD developers and being backed by EA, really, in my personal opinion, shows as the game to replace Medal of Honor, because EA wants that Call of Duty money. There is so much money in the COD franchise. Activision rakes it in every year. I mean, they probably are, maybe say, oh, we really don't compared to some stuff. Yeah, you do. Activision makes so much, and EA is like, they are just boiling in terms of Activision, and they're just so mad because they want it. That's what they want. They want all that money. We gotta have it. So now, they've got the original COD developers, because previously they tried with Medal of Honor and it failed. Now we've got the guys they know how to make it, that fast-paced up in your face. I don't really know a better way to say it. They know how to make that game that appeals to those COD players. So now we can get them on our side. And the plan is to make a sci-fi shooter, which we don't exactly know when it's going to come out. It's supposed to be March of this year. It's not. We don't know anything about the game. There's no way it's coming out in a month. But all of the guys on the development team of Respawn Entertainment, I wouldn't say all, most of them, probably at least 75% of them, worked on the original Call of Duties, primarily up to Modern Warfare 2, as well as even a few of the original Medal of Honor games. So personally, I feel like this is the clear choice for the replacement of Medal of Honor. Not bad company. Doesn't make any business sense why EA would back the same game year after year when they could do this and may have Respawn Entertainment make the game that could try to appeal to Call of Duty players. I know my commentary is running a bit over the video time. I would like to apologize for that. But guys, please leave your thoughts about this below, and don't by any means be a douche in the comment section. I do not want to put up with it. If you want to leave a constructive comment, you want to leave a comment, whatever that's fine, okay? That's fine. I will respect your opinion. I'll listen to you and try to hear present your point of view and where you're coming from, but please just don't be a douche about it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this gameplay, and I'm very curious to hear what you all have to say about this in the comment section below. I look forward to reading it. Catch you all later. Bye.